Long scene, hang on, scene 1. Here we go. So, I mean, I don't even know if you guys notice or not, the kind of semi-hiatus we've been on. Hiatus? Break? Gap? I don't know. On and off. I mean, I don't even know if you guys notice these things or how often you check the subscription-y thing. Obviously the uploads haven't been as frequent as they used to be. Stack of reasons for that. But in my off time I have been, you're going to love this, not doing a lot. And when I'm on my computer and I can't think of anything else to do, I've been playing a lot of SpaceEngine, which is what you're looking at right now. I think I've made a video of it once. I think I found a planet that looked like a giant cookie, which I thought was really awesome. Doing some Matthew Mahogany shit here. I haven't seen Interstellar. David told me I should watch it. I'm thinking about it. This is pretty cool though, I like these effects. Anyway, the reason I loaded this up tonight is, yeah, to tell you about my incredibly productive use of my time, is I like to play SpaceEngine, fly around to random stars and see which ones have planets with life on them. Bit of a bold admission there. It's not quite as bad as admitting that you're somebody who has binoculars and you point them at various apartment buildings in the city, and but, you know. So anyway, we're going to start here with Fish Planet. Now, there's no life on this planet. I don't know why I called it Fish Planet. And it's not particularly interesting to look at, so I don't know why I saved it in my list of locations. But, it was when I first started fucking around, so... Can we go down there? This is probably going to run like arse since I'm screen recording it. You know, I sent away for a copy of GTA 5 for the PC, because being in Australia, there's no fucking way I'm going to download it. Legally or otherwise. I mean, I don't know how big it is, 60 gig or something? Forget it, I'd be at it for a month. And it would use up the quota and nobody else in the house would be able to do anything, so that's not going to happen. So I've bought the physical copy. Hopefully that'll come in the mail sometime this year. And I'm really scared it'll finally be the game that fucking means I have to upgrade my PC. And when it gets to that point, I don't know if I'll bother. You know, I bought this thing around 2 years ago to try and save the channel, because whether or not we actually wanted to, we just found ourselves making so many game videos and I couldn't do it on the Mac anymore. And, well, you know, if it bought us a couple of years, it was good. I have no regrets. But I don't know if I can do it again. I can't really justify it. I don't know, maybe. I'd actually like David to get a computer. Can you guys get on his nuts about that? I've explained to him that if he just doesn't buy any food for a few months, he could probably afford it. So there's that. I don't know. You need to work on the economics of it with him. Okay. I saved this one because it's a kind of moon called a hot Selena, which I think the name Selena is kind of sexy, but I can't think of any, like, the only famous one I can think of is Selena Gomez, and I've never liked her face. She looks a bit... this is rich coming from me, but let me finish. She just looks like one of those dolls. One of those small dolls that girls buy and play with, stereotypically. I'm sure there's boys out there who have doll collections. I like this planet as well because it has volcanoes. Ooh, look at that. Oh, yo. Oh, oh, yo. What's that from? Whoa, look at that. Look at the corona of that star we're orbiting. See, I love this. I'm a space nerd from way back. I love my space, both personal and cosmic. And, look at that. Look at these sweet volcanoes. I don't know when they added these. I don't know if they've always been in SpaceEngine. I haven't really been paying attention to the updates as such. Yeah, but yeah. Channel stuff. Yeah, look. I might be able to convince myself that it's worth getting a new video card and things like that. Maybe in a few months. Possibly. But it's all contingent on if I can think of more things I want to play, because as far as game videos go, I'm kind of bored of them. What are you looking for? Well, can you not? I'm trying to think. I get this horrible thing where if I'm talking and the door makes a noise, I just fucking... And it's not really been helped by the fact that I'm kind of out of practice. Like I say, we haven't put that much up lately. And I don't know where this channel is going. I wasn't kidding when I'd say I'd really love David to buy a computer, because then he could just make stuff for a while. He can do it. What did I say this one for? This is just a couple of oceany looking planets. Very pretty, but there's no life here. What are we doing? Next! Jeez, it must have taken me a while to find life because I have all these bookmarks for planets that don't have any. What did I say this? Oh, yeah, I think it was for the volcanoes. Whoa. Fuck. Pardon me for breathing. Ooh, I like that. Look at it. It's very... If your computer can handle this, and most likely it can, get SpaceEngine. Fuck around with it. It's really... It's gorgeous just to faff around with, and... Look at that. Okay, what's next? King Triton's Nutsack. Alright. What's this one going to be? Again, it's an ocean world. I must have just been on an ocean world bender. The funny thing is that when I started looking for planets with life on them, like, that was going to be my... Sorry, when that was going to be my nominated sort of goal of things to do in SpaceEngine, I didn't know that when you click on a planet, or a star, sorry, it actually tells you if any of the planets have life. And then I didn't know that when you bring up this list of planets that comes up, that any planets with life have green in the writing, so... I was probably going past tons of them without realising it. Look at that. This is cool. I called this one Potato Gem. Any of you who are into potato gems might... look at that. Isn't that great? I didn't know when I was a kid. Maybe the scientists didn't know either. It seems to be a recent development that big stars aren't fucking round. Like, they plume outwards and their atmospheres are less well-defined and shit like that. I think that is so awesome. I think it's so great that there's something so big that it can't hold a fucking shape. Because it's like kind of a... Small objects don't hold a spherical shape because the gravity's not strong enough. And then the bigger a planet is, the more round it fucking is. Which is why mountains on Mars are so fucking tall. You get me. And the bigger they get, the rounder they get, flatter and flatter, until the sun, which I think is like pretty much the roundest object that we know about in our sort of neighbourhood. It's huge, got a lot of gravity. And then when you get right at the big end of the scale, our understanding is that they are all knobbly shaped like this. I think it's fucking cool. I love space, guys. Planet Cronkite. That's the way it is. Oh, here we go. Warm terror with life. Finally. I give you guys what I promised you in the title there. What should I call this thing? Looking for life in all the wrong places? Organic unicellular marine. Yeah, I mean, the thing about SpaceEngine is you don't fly down there and see the animals walking around when you find life. That would just be impossible. Who's going to program that? There's that game coming out called No Man's Sky, I think it's called. Maybe that's the sort of game where you can do that shit. Who knows? Keep me updated. I might not be making videos anymore, but just keep me abreast of any developments, and maybe I can... Is this a dead volcano? We prefer the term extinct. Can you imagine a volcano being offended that you use the wrong terminology? Be like deaf people. Except... Okay, sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. Apparently there's life down here. We may never find it. We may never find it. I want Neil deGrasse Tyson to take over my channel. Planet Huffington. Warm terror with life. Look, there's an eclipse in progress. Look at that. Now that's weird because I was playing with this during the time of the lunar eclipse and I punched in the correct date and everything and the moon didn't get eclipsed. And now it's working. The fuck? I want my money back. To my knowledge, SpaceEngine is free still, so I'm kidding about the money, but, whoa! Let's go over to where the eclipse is. Whoa! Ooh, that is spooky, look at that! Oh. Nice. Anyway, this is Planet... Cronkite? Planet Huffington, forgive me. Light lava and big pink shit. I'm just going through the list. I didn't save these with any agenda. I kind of just was saving bookmarks as I went. What's it called? Light lava and big pink shit. Big pink shit? I don't get it. returning briefly to the not making videos thing. I mean, I do miss it. There's a lot of days where I really want to be making them, but so much of what I do on this channel is ranting about whatever's on my mind. I can't really do that right now. It's complicated. I do, I miss it a lot when I'm not doing it. But you know, it's, and by the way, I don't take this as me saying I'm not going to make videos anymore. Strictly speaking, I've said this before, sometime last year. The great thing about having a YouTube channel is there is no retirement, there is no obligation. You do it, you don't do it, doesn't matter. It's a hobby. So, you know, could easily just start doing it again, I suppose. But yeah, I just want to say sorry to anybody who happens to enjoy our shit, and you know, I hope to keep doing it one way or another. Maybe, I don't know. This is a really pretty planet. I don't know where the pink thing comes into it, but I like the swirlies. The swirlies are nice. Look at this fucking place! Oh my god, the beautiful thing about space is this is all waiting for us. It's all out there. We might never get there, but you know. Whoa! I called this one green as fuck. I'm beginning to understand why. Look at this. Look at this fucking place. Oh. More volcanoes. I think they need to tone it down with the volcanoes. They were cool at first, but there's too many of them. The toxic green atmosphere here is too much for me. What did I say? I really have it in for people who think Earth is special and that it's the only place to find life, because I mean, if I were to just hang on, just take a break for a minute from my going through the what do you call it? Go to Earth, for fuck's sake, go! Taking a brief break from showing you all the planets that I bookmarked. If you just go to Earth, we're going there now, by the way. Takes a while. Almost there. Okay, there's Earth. It's very nice. This is this allegedly splendid, special planet that we all live on, made of completely non-special ingredients. And then you just go, okay, zoom out. And there goes the sun. And then just fly around for a bit. And get rid of the little arrows that tell you where Earth is. Now, can you find the Earth or the sun? No, I don't think so. Just look at all these fucking stars. Seriously. And I'm saying this with a lot less eloquence than Carl Sagan ever did, but would you just look at all these bastards? These tremendous glowing bastards. All of which, you know, have... You know, tons of them are fucking similar to our one. And you're trying to tell me that there's anything remotely special about the Earth? Like, what makes it special, if it is? Pick it out of this bundle. You can't. Sorry. What was I doing? Okay, yeah. Back to my list of bookmarks. Planet floaty life, haha. Alright. Oh, yeah, I was laughing because it's a gas giant and the life is, like, floating in the atmosphere. I found that funny at the time. I must be suffering some sort of emotional problems because it's not that funny now. I do like this planet, though. Look at that. It's huge. Alright, next. Moving on down there. I didn't mean to be doing this for this long. I called this one Planet Chalk Sauce. I can't add to that. Welcome to Planet Chalk Sauce, guys. I have been playing a bit of Elite Dangerous as well, which I think is really cool. I wanted to make a video of that. Haven't done that. No idea if anybody would even click on it. You've got Scott Manley for all your space needs, I think. Wow, look at this place. But I've kind of stopped playing it because my joystick, it's actually Paul's joystick, is a bit shit. And it's hard to control, so... It's all expenses. Games are supposed to be fun. They should all be free. Because now I've got to buy a new joystick just to play them. Anyway. There goes Planet Chalk Sauce, guys. Planet Swirly. Is that because of the clouds? before I continue, I'll just tell you how I found all these planets with life. It's really great. I don't know if there's a thing in SpaceEngine that'll just pick them out for you, but what I do, alright, is I get the speed going, alright, so you speed up until all the stars are moving visibly when you move around. See? You can see the stars moving? I hope you can. Maybe it's too blurry. I need to render higher quality video. Okay, they're doing that. And what I do is I pick the dim ones, but they're like dim ones that are close, because if you just pick it from a still picture, a dark one might be really bright but very far away. So I'm looking for smaller stars, like ours, that are close. See these little dim ones? It doesn't always work. Sometimes I do this and nothing comes up. Other times, it's like every fucking planet has life. It's nuts. It's like the lotto, guys. Except it's free to play. So, I don't know, Spaghetti Planet, moving right along. Whoa! Why did I call it Spaghetti Planet? I have the feeling I'm about to find out when the ground gets more detailed. Yeah, look at that! More of that classic spaghetti terrain. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen? Oh. Maybe not, but you know what I mean. Yeah, guys, shut the fuck up about thinking there's no life in the galaxy, because there is. There's loads of it. I mean, in all probability, I mean to say. It's just so dumb to me that... And I hate this thing that's been going around for decades now. They call it Fermi's paradox. Fermi, F-E-R-M-I, I think. It shits me off because it's not a paradox. The whole thing boils down to scientists saying, well, if the galaxy's full of life, how come we haven't found it yet? Or how come it hasn't visited us? And I'm thinking, you idiot. Imaginary scientist that I'm yelling at. You look at the world that produced Galileo and Isaac Newton and all those clever old men. That Earth, from just a mere few hundred years ago, would have left no hint of having intelligent life on it. And yet, trust me, the place was hopping. We had Mozart. It was crawling with intelligent life. Now, not so much. And, where's the paradox in having a galaxy that isn't shouting back at you? Like, there are as many reasons that we haven't found aliens, or they haven't found us, as there probably are aliens. So, it's not a paradox. Shut your trap. You scientists, you need to fucking... Okay, sorry. I'm ranting. But Planet Mustard. Oh, God. Damn. Were you ever a kid and you had a shit complaint? Some sort of poo problem? And this was the colour? I didn't, but, I hear some other children have had that kind of thing happen to them. Look at this fucking place. It's got an atmosphere? Ugh, it probably smells bad. Just wait a second for the ground to clear up. It does that. SpaceEngine, you have to wait for it to sort of render a bit. Get a lay of the land. I know I'm probably making this seem very boring, but trust me, if you at all care about the cosmos in which we live, fuck around with good old SpaceEngine for a little while. I think you'll enjoy it. You know, I think. But then again, if you only care about money and pooing and what's on the television, then don't bother. Cold ice world with life. What did I call it? Oh, the moon did it. Yeah. I was looking for life, and I was like, what? There's life on this ocean planet? And then I found out it's actually on the moon. Yeah. It tricked me. It was a do-over. Not a do-over. A switcheroony? Bait and switch? What do you call it? The life was down here, anyway. So, that's the last of my life-bearing planets. Again, very easy to find them. You just do my trick of looking for small stars. And I bet you can find them. Hang on. Come on. Make me look like I know what I'm doing. Planets! 10, one with life. Look at that. I found a new planet with life on it. Just by picking a random. Are we there yet? We'll be there in a second. I don't do the editing thing. No, I do actually. When I have the time, when I can be bothered, or when I think a video is going to be good enough, I totally edit the fuck out of it. But being that this is a channel of reduced activity these days, yeah. You will be getting this one raw. Fucking raw! Wow, Scott. I really want to do an episode of YouTube Nightmares where he comes and basically tells us what's wrong with our channel. We will be taking donations for that very project. Because it's a big job. Basically, I need a cardboard mask of Gordon Ramsay. That's it. That's all we need. Wow, Scott. I hear you've not monetized all your videos yet. Look at this. This is quite a nice... In a sort of a laid-back, kind of subdued way, this is a nice planet. You might think it's horrible and ugly, but, you know. I prefer the term, what is it I call myself whenever I get hate mail saying I'm ugly? I like to say to people, I'm not ugly, my face is of a non-standard configuration. And, when I complain about how old I'm looking, I like to think it's less old and more detailed. I'm becoming more detailed. So, it's like the same as what fat people do. You just come up with more creative and semi-humorous ways to describe yourself because, I mean, really, does it all fucking matter anyway? Look at this. Look at this fucking universe we're floating around in here, in this game, and tell me that it matters. Seriously. Just go back to Earth for a minute. Go. I have one more thing I love doing. And probably everybody who has SpaceEngine does this, so this doesn't make me special. But I'm just sharing with you the stuff that I find to be fascinating. Long time no see, guys. It's nice talking to you again. Where are we? I need to find Orion, or this is totally pointless. Where the hell are you? Where the fuck's Orion? Jeez. Hang on. Silly Scotty. Okay. If you know your constellations, you've got Orion there with 3 stars, and the fucking one there, and the one there, and the nebula. It's all very impressive. Now, if I do that thing where you speed up and go sideways, I love doing this. It fucks with your head because you think of stars as being all basically the same distance, and they're totes not. Look at that. Look at Orion's shoulder or leg or whatever the fuck it is. Look at that. Look at his belt. All the belt stars are like way... Look, trust me, it's cool. Oh no, look at that. If you go over here, there's no Orion. This is just a bunch of stars. Anyway, that's my last SpaceEngine trick for tonight. And, videos, I don't know, guys. I will try and get on David to do some stuff, because I'm not fit to be addressing anybody at the moment, so, take it easy, and, see you around.